Lakers look in their eyes. That's the look of a team out to defend its home court. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark of this sprawling metropolis. We're coming to you from Southern California. Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. D.A., take it away.
Well, for the last few years, the Lakers have been in some turmoil in Los Angeles. Now, they have had some tough luck with injuries that set them back some. But inconsistent effort, execution, and roster construction was also a concern. But a summer of moves that was topped by acquiring Anthony Davis has drastically improved the roster. The question remains, though, have they done enough to now contend in the West? Kevin?
A lot riding on it. Thanks, David. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Friday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
And for that matchup with the Mavericks, this is a game that they are expected to win. But sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Thomas and Beal teaming up in the backcourt. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. And it's Brown in at the three, the small forward. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. JaVale McGee is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the three slot. Now here's Beal. And a miss there on the triple. Here's James. They get the rebound. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
Beal finds Bryant. Now Thomas, covered by LeBron. Green against Beal. 5 on the clock. Great D that time from Green. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Here's Davis. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And another miss by Washington.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense. And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Now here's Thomas. 17 points for him last game against Sacramento. Beal, that's for 2. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Thomas against LeBron. Thomas.
A real struggle to shoot the ball in that first quarter.
Yeah, and it's been ugly. I mean, really ugly. They need to find a way to get a few easy baskets to try to build some confidence and some momentum.
And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Cans it from downtown.
Very effective at spacing the floor. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has gone from an average outside shooter to a dangerous one.
And Davis sends it back. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. Here's Beal. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Green up on top. He's guarded by Thomas. Green, the pass to James. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now, here's Thomas. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Caldwell Pope against Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Bryant, and Thomas has it in the corner. Here's Green, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Bradley Beal picks one up.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Just a minute ago, you and I were talking about the challenges these players face early on in a new season.
Yeah, you know, timing is usually not quite 100%. Chemistry continues to be something you're trying to work out. Usually you're pretty healthy in the early part of the season, but as the season goes on now, you've got familiarity and comfort with each other, but sometimes the injuries pile up.
And Clark establishing those routines you'll use throughout the regular year, correct?
That's important because it is a long season, as you well know. He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
LeBron with it. Now Beal defending. That one goes. Count it. LeBron's got his second basket of the night.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
It's Brown with the drive. Basket good. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 15-6 run. Green passes to McGee. Davis dishes to LeBron. 6 to shoot. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Thomas is running. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Green. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off
Take a break.
making him go
Take
to
a
the
break.
line.
2 shots.
Free throw drops for Green. Both free throws good from Green.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Pass to Hachimura. Poked away. Just 5 on the clock. Brown with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Brown. Good. Brown's got 5.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Green, the pass to James. Sweet little floater. He's got 6.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Pass to Bonga. The kick out to Brown. Nice ball movement by Washington. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Miles. Nailed from three-point land.
That is what Miles is out there to do now. I mean, a very consistent 3-ball bomber.
Green dishes to Howard. Over Bryant. Howard, the pass to Caldwell Pope. And the wide-open shot from Green. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now, here's Miles. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Shot on the wing. And too long on the shot.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Count that one. And now it's a 12-point Laker lead.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Bryant. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And you can see what makes Hachimura a tough cover. He can beat you with finesse, and also he can bring the hard hat.
First trip to the line for him here.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
First one falls for him. Clark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh, my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight?
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
And the dunk by James.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Now, here's Brown. He's got 5. Here's Hachimura over Caldwell Pope, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Dwight Howard.
And when Hachimura is looking to score, it sometimes forces the D to get aggressive. Love the energy.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. The first one falls.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
Washington with the ball, following the bucket by the Lakers. And here's Miles outside, and Davis pulls it down. Here's Green, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And on the season, you know, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Green.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Yeah, getting to the line and converting, Greg, that's the big thing. It's always good when you can do that because it stabilizes your offense.
And it's sent back by Howard.
Get that weak stuff out of here around Howard. Return to sender. is what he stamped that one with.
James kicks to Green. Outside, Davis. And again, no good by the Lakers.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here is Davis. He had 19 points in the win against San Antonio.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Here's Bonga. James covering. To the middle. Here's Davis. Off on the layup.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And so it's Los Angeles looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll return shortly. One of the most dangerous scorers in the game, Bradley Beal spoke about the trust Coach Scott Brooks has in him and his teammates.
I think the biggest thing is he's still young. So, he tries to think he's still hip. He keeps up with us a little bit, but he grants us a lot of freedom. He allows us freedom on both ends of the floor to be leaders.
Ellen Beal trying to grow as a leader and a star. Has to love that.
Yeah, and Brooks known for developing good relationships with his players. He pushes them, but he gives them a lot of praise as well.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
Guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Davis is out there with Howard. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position.
You just have to discipline yourself not to fall for James' pump fake, because as soon as he gets you up in the air, you're done. Well, I don't think it's been a secret. I mean, LeBron James hopes to become the greatest of all time. At least that's my perspective on it. Last season, he surpassed his idol, Michael Jordan, in career scoring. He called it one of the real pinnacles of his career.
He misses the free throw. And you might think about what sets LeBron James apart among the all-time greats. He's the only player who's top 10 in both scoring and assists.
Well, I would even take it a little further, guys. His overall all-around brilliance is what truly separates him from the rest of the great players, because he's top 20 in steals as well as approaching top 50 in rebounds. That's remarkable, and he's done it from day one.
Bertans' shot is good.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the San Antonio Spurs. LeBron against Brown. It's tipped. Bonga deciding where to go with it. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Beal.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips, and all of a sudden, you're locked in.
Now, here's Kuzma. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Passes it to LeBron. Takes a three. Buries the long-range jumper. James has got 6 points in the quarter.
And, you come to expect this type of play from LeBron. I mean, he's relentless when he's in attack mode.
Brown down low. He's guarded by Howard. Brown the pass to Miles. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, when you give Miles space to roam near the rim, he's going to finish inside with a variety of moves.
Davis. Rebounded by the Wizards. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them.
So it's the Wizards now after the miss from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Here's Wagner. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here's Caldwell-Pope. 14 points from him the last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Nice move. He stepped back and cashed it up. Caldwell-Pope's got 5 points so far. Bonga, the pass to Brown. It doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Now here's Brown. He's got 7. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Davis. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
And the Lakers making a change here. Cook's checked in. And he makes both free throws. Los Angeles leading by 13. Down low. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you know, last season, perhaps the most disappointing of LeBron James's career. I mean, he hadn't missed the playoffs since 2005. And amazingly, this is the one that gets me, had not missed the finals since 2010.
And the first one at the line is good. And after shutting it down early, this was the longest offseason of LeBron's career.
Yeah, and a chance for him, guys, perhaps to recover from years of deep playoff runs. I know he wouldn't want it that way, but he'll take advantage of the fact that he didn't have to wear his body out as much as he has in the past. And criticized and counted out, you knew he'd be motivated to come back strong.
Now, here's Thomas. Up top, Brown. He's guarded by Davis. Brown, the pass to Wagner. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists now tonight.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Outside, Beal over Caldwell-Pope. A rebound by the Lakers. James has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. And LeBron throws it down.
Hard to play better defense than that, guys. But right there, James simply overpowered him.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, just look at the numbers, guys. They are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Wagner.
Well, a lot of tough teams in this league. Here's where Washington sits right now in the rankings.
And how about that assist rate? Great chemistry offensively, playing with one mind, if you will, all on the same page. That's special basketball we're witnessing here tonight.
Now, here's Thomas. Now Beal. Back to Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Bryant. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. He blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
James has a 2-pointer. Rebounded by the Wizards. Brown's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's stolen by Davis. Here is Cook. He's guarded by Thomas. And James gets it to go on the assist from Cook. LeBron's got 22.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Thomas passes to Bryant. Back to Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good from the wing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And that's how it goes with him. His hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And the basket is good. And it's 6 points for Beal.
You don't want to leave guys free when Thomas has the ball. He's really good at finding the open man. Solid possession there.
Here is Cook. He's guarded by Thomas. Cook, good. And the Lakers lead by 19.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Outside for Thomas. It's stolen by Davis. Cook looking it over. 1:31 left to play here in the half. Wizards trail by 21. Thomas passes to Beal. Shot from 12. Misses off the left iron.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Here's Thomas following the bucket by the Lakers. And Bryant kicks to Thomas. 5 to shoot. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Buries it from 3-point range. 9 points for Beal. Lakers leading by 20. The pass to James. And James throws it down.
You've got to keep this guy away from the basket. That's about as easy as it gets for LeBron.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Beal. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on LeBron James. The Wizards have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
And that one falls for Beal.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And both free throws good for Beal.
You're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
LeBron with it. Wide open look. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy. We wanted to get easy basket layups, knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is elated about what they've seen so far. I'm Ernie Johnson. That's Shaquille O'Neal. That's Kenny Smith. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 steal. He seems to have carried the momentum from his last game right into tonight. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this league will continue to grow.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Thomas and Beal teaming up in the backcourt. And it's Brown in at the 3. And stolen by James. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Caldwell Pope passes to Davis. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Thomas kicks to Beal. From downtown, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Brown against Green. Here's James, and it's sent back by Bryant. 4 on the clock. Here's Caldwell Pope, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call on Washington with the foul.
Yeah, he's a guy who looks for his shot often. He's energetic and outstanding at forcing the issue. Caldwell Pope is his name.
First free throw is good. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to.
You got all the security in the world, believe me.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up.
I certainly hope not.
Good. Green's got 13.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Hachimura. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. The three from Thomas. And the rejection by James.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Pass to Davis. Good, and the assist goes to James. Davis has got 4 this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Good work there as it goes. And that's 15 points for Beal.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Now here's Green. 13 points in the game. Back to Davis. McGee inside. Working on Bryant. Davis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Davis is really the total package. A mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. And if you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
Washington calls timeout. You look at James, what a contribution.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Washington. In the early season, they find themselves down in 9th place.
And when I look at Washington, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
And Davis sends it back.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. And it's now 22 points for Davis. Passes it to Hachimura. And there's the pass to Bonga. Beal from long range. The Wizards with another miss.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Here's the teardrop. And it's sent back by Bryant. The shot's good from McGee. And the Wizards with possession. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip. Beal dishes to Bryant. from 13. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Floats it up for Davis, and finished off by Davis.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
Outside, Beal. And the three ball is good. Beal's got 18 points in the game.
He drilled one from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
Outside, Rondo. Trying to get open is Davis. Here's McGee. Up and in on the layup. McGee's got 4 points this quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Now here's Bryant. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
And that one falls for Bryant. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. McRae's checked in for the Wizards. Both free throws good from Bryant. And here's Rondo. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. To the inside. That one misses. Washington's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Hachimura the pass to McRae. Here's Hachimura. Bryant trying to free himself up. That one drops for him. Hachimura's got 7 points.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
To the paint. Here's Kuzma, and the layup's good off the glass. Kuzma's got his first 2 points of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Beal can't get it to go. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Lakers. Pass to Davis. Turnaround Jay, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Davis has got 12 points now in the quarter.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Hachimura, no good. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Pass to Howard. Back to Rondo. Just 5 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And it's Davis missing.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
To the middle, and stolen by Kuzma. Rondo dishes to Green. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got his 4th assist in this one. One thing about Kyle Kuzma, Clark, he's not a ball stopper. When he touches the ball, he is shooting it.
I would not disagree with you there, guys. He is fearless looking for a shot. He hunts his shot aggressively, and he's very efficient. He doesn't need a lot of dribbles, but the one thing I like about him is that he doesn't hold on to that ball long. He's going to make a quick, decisive move or get it out of his hands.
Now here's Rondo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
Poke loose. Here's Hachimura. He's guarded by Davis. While we've got a moment, let's now take a look at the teams that had the most second chance points on the season. The Lakers, number 1.
You know, they've been so aggressive on the offensive boards, and they're earning every one of those second chance buckets with that relentless effort.
First free throw is good. Some changes for the Lakers. James checked in for Anthony Davis. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Alex Caruso in for Rajon Rondo. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Bradley Beal. He's right around 29 points a night, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
That free throw, no good.
A sharp shooter with a quick trigger release, Caldwell-Pope is known for being an efficient scorer.
Davis Bertans checks in for the Wizards. And he sinks the second. Washington has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Smith the pass to Wagner. 50 seconds left to play in the third. Clock at 6. No one near Smith as he lets it go. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Execution by Smith, really nice. So smart when he's involved in the pick and roll. He's a perfect passer as well as a deadly shooter. That's a lethal combo.
James. That shot off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Caldwell-Pope for 3. Drops in the tray. Caldwell-Pope's got 11. 8 seconds left in the third. And Beal puts up a deep 3. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for the Los Angeles Lakers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got LeBron James. He's out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Cook out there with Howard. And it's Caruso in at the 2 spot. That's the Laker 5. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Shooting 1.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Mark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
Washington with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. Wagner passes to Smith. Bertans with the ball. 5 on the clock. Tries it from the top of the key, and good. He got the English that time as it falls. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Now here's James. Bertans defending. Caruso, the pass to Howard. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Wagner. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
The Lakers making a switch here.
One shot.
That one falls for Bertans. Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds?
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion. A super high percentage shot there, you just can't allow him to get that close.
And it's Cook with the ball for Los Angeles. And no good. Excellent defense there from Smith. Passes to Bertans. Stolen by Dudley. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Caruso kicks to Cook. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And the pass to Caruso. The offensive rebound. He gets that one.
It really balances out the backcourt when McGee is able to provide points inside. I mean, that's big.
McRae passes to Wagner. The dish to Smith. With a floater. The rebound by Cook. LA's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Pass to Caruso. Shot clock at 6. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Smith. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. And it's blocked. Pass to Cook. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Cook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here is Smith, 13 feet away. And that one, good.
You know, every time Smith gets some breathing room from the mid-range area, he's really comfortable letting that shot go. The defense has to get in his face, or that shot's going up.
Here is Cook. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
Here's McRae. Pass to Wagner. Over Cook. Wagner, good.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better than seeing big fellas who can use the mid-range jumper to their advantage.
Now here is McGee. Cook, the pass to McGee. Count it, good. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
I like the fact that McGee not just going through the motions here. I mean, setting a good solid screen, timing his roll perfectly. That's basketball 101 there.
Here's Horton Tucker. He kicks it to Cook. To the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Caruso. And it's Miles with the rebound. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
And Rondo is a dime dropper, one of the best passing point guards our game has ever seen.
And another miss by Washington. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got 5 rebounds tonight. Will it go? Rebounded by the Lakers. Here's Horton Tucker. Fires it up. Nails the baby hook. Horton Tucker's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Wagner passes to Hachimura. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
Daniels, he's checked in for the Lakers. And a switcher also for Washington. Jordan McRae, he's checked in for Ish Smith. Here's Hachimura. 6 to shoot. Here's Schofield. And it's off from three-point range. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. McGee inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media. So they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually. But on occasion, it does get a little carried away.
That one is no good.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And it's McGee with the jam.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Now here's Rondo. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. And the NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Davis.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing it.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you later.